Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on June the 26th, 2020. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll get started by taking a look at our calendar here. In terms of the news that came out, there was just some unemployment numbers here that came in higher than expected, but at this point, negative news doesn't really make much of a difference. We haven't seen any kind of change as a result of that. The core durable goods orders were positive. So overall, all in all, neutral numbers here. Coming up here in just a few minutes, we have CPI numbers for the year for Japan. At this point, they're expected to be to stay the same, but if the numbers drop, we may see a negative impact on Japanese yen, so keep that in mind. And then coming up on Friday here, we have Bank of England quarterly bulletin. We have some personal spending numbers, consumer sentiment numbers overall. So if these numbers come in positive, that is likely to be positive for the stock market, and we are likely to see the stock market go up as a result of that. So we'll keep an eye on things. So overall, right now, the stock market has been ignoring essentially everything, all the negative news at this point. So we are very much still in that optimistic sentiment in the market. And going into Friday here, we may still see some of the same type of sentiment. Next week, there will be some reallocation of portfolio. So we'll talk about that in the weekly call. But for now, let's go into our charts now. So yesterday, we were looking for a drop in euro dollar here. We did see that drop. And right now, bias is still to the downside, but we have to watch out though. If price doesn't hold below this 1230 level, it can go back up here. So right now, I am expecting it to come back down. However, we'll have to keep an eye on the stock market. If the stock market starts to shoot up again, this is likely to go up with it as well. So just keep an eye on that. For now though, bias is neutral to bearish here for euro dollar. First target is the low of today, which is 1.1190, and then we're looking at 1.1160 as the second target. Pound dollar here, this one hasn't really done a whole lot today. As we can see, a very, very small move for the day. So this is the price is basically going sideways here. So bias here is neutral. What I'm looking for is essentially a retest of one of the levels. So if price breaks through the high here, then I'm looking for it to go back up into 1.2540. However, if it decides to break through the low, then I would expect a further drop here. For now, bias is neutral for British pound. Aussie dollar here, this one, we did see it drop slightly here into the support level, but since then, price has bounced back up here. Now, this one, as we can see, price has been trading in a range over the last little while here. And so the outside range is just below over here. So in this case, bias is neutral to slightly bullish here. We see that price rejected the support level. It has bounced off of that level. And now if it goes through today's high, so we'll have to just be mindful of today's high or maybe slightly higher here into this 0.6900. If it holds below 0.6900, we're likely to see it drop, but once it crosses it, I'm looking for it to go back into the top of this range. So right now we're seeing a lot of these markets are becoming range bound or have been range bound over the last couple of weeks here. And with this one here today, we are seeing basically very, very sideways move right now, a very narrow trading range. So essentially, if it breaks today's high, I'm looking for it to go towards the top of the range. Otherwise, looking for it to go drop back down. So neutral bias here for Aussie dollar as well. New Zealand dollar, we have the same thing. We see that price has Price has been trading in this range for the last little bit here. And today, price rejected the support. So it just bounced off of that very, very small move in the market right now. Like I said, the market has been range bound for most of these. So if it breaks through today's high, then I'd be looking for price to go higher into 0.6500, potentially 0.6530. But if it gets stuck below today's high, so if it's not able to break the high for the day, then it can come back down and test the bottom of the range here. For now though, neutral bias here for New Zealand dollar as well. And with this as well, if we see that the stock market takes off, so it gets bullish, this is likely to go up as well. Dollar CAD here, this one again, not much of a move today, very narrow move here. Price did go into the resistance level and it dropped from there. So today's candle close here is a neutral candle. And now if it breaks through the support here, I'm looking for it to drop back down towards 1.3570. And then below that, 1.3520. So right now, even with this, if we take a look at it, price has been trading in this range for the last couple of weeks. It just rejected the high of the range. So I'm just looking for price to basically move back down towards the bottom of the range here. And we may see price still stay range bound here. So we'll keep an eye on it. For now, once price breaks the support, I will look for it to move lower here. So neutral to slightly bearish bias here for dollar CAD. Silver here, silver has been stuck in this range for quite some time here, about 3 weeks. Today we did have a bullish candle close. Now keep in mind price is into resistance, so I would say neutral to bullish bias here for silver. If it breaks through 17.85, next target would be 18.15. But at this point, just watch out because this one is stuck. So 18 and 18.15 are the two targets to the top side. But just be cautious because right now it's kind of stuck in a range here as well. So neutral bias here for silver. Gold here, gold is looking neutral here as well. We see that price didn't do a whole lot today. We have a neutral candle close. So with this one here, as long as it holds above the support here at 1753, this is still bullish. So we may see it go higher. Watch out for that. But right now, I will just keep an eye on the support and resistance. If it goes through the high, I will look for it to go higher into 1778. If it goes through the support, then this may come down into 1744. So for now, this is neutral. Oil here, oil did have a bullish day today. So we see that price has rejected the support level here. So in this case, 37. Now, I would look for price to go towards the top of the range here, 40.60, and then potentially come back into the range. So bias here is neutral to bullish. Overall, this one is still looking a bit range bound. Copper here, copper looking bullish. We have a bullish candle close. Next target here is 2.64 and then 2.66. So bullish bias here for copper. Bitcoin, we did see that drop today, but then price pulled back from that. So now this one is looking neutral. What I would look for is, can it break through this support again? And if it doesn't break through the support, we could see it go back. But overall, there is really no directional bias here for Bitcoin. Over the last several weeks here, essentially, it's been trading in this range here, and it's still stuck in this range. So bias is neutral for Bitcoin. S&P 500, we did see that S&P 500 for the most day was range bound, and then into the close here we did see it went up because of the financial sector and expectation that the restrictions will be reduced on the financial sector here. And we do have a bullish candle close here, so bias is neutral to bullish. If it goes through today's high, I'm looking for it to go back towards 3160, which is the top of the range. And as we can see, this is the range that price has been trading in for the entire week, and over a week actually. Since last week we've been stuck in this range, and since it's rejected the low of the range, we may see it go back up towards the high. The only caution here would be it would need to break through this resistance level at 3090 or 3100 essentially. If it goes through 3100, I will look for it to go all the way into 3160. But if it gets stuck below 3100, then it could still drop. But for now, neutral to bullish here for S&P 500. Nasdaq here, this one is looking bullish. We see that price came into the support level here and has bounced off of that level. So this is bullish. Next target is 10,250. But again, it is into resistance. So today's high, if it doesn't break through today's high, then again, we could see things change. It could reverse, but for now, neutral to bullish bias here for Nasdaq. And of course, Dow Jones here, same thing. We did see price drop initially, but it wasn't really, it didn't hold and it didn't continue lower. So today we have a bullish candle close. But again, just keep in mind, it's into resistance right here, 25,800. So if you take a look at the 1 hour, we see this is where the price is currently. So it just, it's been sideways all day. So in this case, if it's not able to make it through 25,800, then we could see it drop. So watch out for that. But for now, bias is bullish and we are likely to see it go back up. So bullish bias here, neutral to bullish bias here for Dow Jones. DAX here looking quite bullish. It did drop initially, but then recovered from that. Next target here is 12,480, and if it goes through that, 12,600. So bullish bias here for DAX. FTSE here, this one as well dropped right into our support level and then has bounced off since then. And now this is looking bullish. So 62.75 is the first target and 63.50 is the second target here. So bias is bullish for FTSE as well. Nikkei here, Nikkei is also looking bullish. As we can see, this has been trading in a range as well. And today price went into test the bottom of the range, but wasn't able to break through. And we have a bullish candle close. So because it's rejected the support level here, I'm looking for it to go back towards the high of the range, 22,790. Having said that though, yen has similar behavior that we saw on the other our Dow Jones and stuff. So it's into resistance right here. So if it doesn't break through this resistance, it can still turn around. So that would be the only caution here. If it holds below 22,550, watch out for a drop back towards the support level. Then we may just see price trade in the range like it did today. For now though, bullish to neutral bias here. Next target will be 22,790. And that's it for today. So have a wonderful, wonderful trading day, and I'll be back tomorrow morning. Bye for now.